It is time to expand minds through movies, TV, sports, and flicks. It is time to boldly go where no podcast has gone before. It is time for the Captain Talks Flicks.
The Captain Talk Flicks.
Welcome to the Captain Talks Flicks podcast. I'm your host, the Captain Cortez, aka Mr. Love, and this is where we talk flicks. I welcome the podcast where me, the Captain, talks about movies, TV, sports, flicks, anything you can see on the tube or screen. I like to get on here and give my unique perspective, because after 46 years of being on planet Earth, I've developed a unique perspective about these movies, TV, sports, and flicks, and I like to get here and tell you about it. Because just maybe you care. And according to the stats, looks like you do care. I want to give a big shout out to Gensan, Philippines. Yeah, General Santos over in the Philippines. Got some plays over there this past week. Gracias, gratitude, Oropa. And General Santos, Gensan, my buddy is from there. She is from that town. That is her hometown. I know her well. She told me how awesome your town is. I know you guys have some absolutely fantastic tuna. She told me the tuna in General Santos is absolutely fantastic. And ladies and gentlemen, one of these days, I'm probably going to go over to General Santos and have some wonderful tuna. Yeah, she told me how awesome it is. I heard your town is absolutely great. She got a lot of family there. She said it's a beautiful town, very cool town. So thanks for listening. Appreciate God's gratitude. And just FYI, back then was school to be a radio DJ. But I never got a job. I think I never got a job because I just didn't have the motivation. If I would have been motivated, I probably could have became a radio DJ. But I didn't. And it allowed me to become the greatest podcaster in the Matrix. Some to debate, might be true, might not be true. But I said it on the internet, so it's gotta be true, right? Because everything on the internet is facts, not facts, true, false, propaganda, fake news, the Matrix, tuna, fish, hamburger, cows, rabbits, grass. I don't know. I didn't make the internet. Ask the people that made the internet. So when you're online, just beware, just watch out. Anyways, I could ramble here all day, but I won't. Let's get right into the podcast. But first, a word from our sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, Bom Dia. And you might be thinking like, Bom Dia, what are you talking about? That means good morning in Portuguese. I'm studying other languages, bro. I'm learning languages from other locations around the globe. And one of my favorite phrases is Bom Dia. I just love how it sounds. Bom Dia, Bom Dia, good morning, Bom Dia. It's so awesome. I thought it was so awesome. I had Existing Fiction put it on the mug. I said, Existing Fiction, you need to put that on the mug because I just love that phrase so much. So over at the Existing Fictions out of the store, we have a mug that says Bom Dia, good morning in Portuguese. So if you want a mug that says Bom Dia and think Bom Dia is cool, like good morning in Portuguese, like, it's so awesome. Go to the Existing Fictions out of the store and get you a mug that says Bom Dia, good morning. Impress your family and friends with your knowledge of other language. They say, you're so worldly. You know a lot about a lot of things. You're a very well-traveled man or woman. So if you want a mug that says Bom Dia, go to the Existing Fictions Out store. I'll put the link below. Now, let's get on with the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back again. And this week has been a very interesting week. I had a lot of extra time on my hands. So you know what I did? I spent time cleaning and decluttering. It's the beginning of the year. Old stuff, old ways of being, old ways of thought, out of here. I had to throw it in the trash, get rid of it, donate it. I was getting rid of the past, bro. Don't get me wrong, I love the past. Past is great. But sometimes the clothes don't fit. Sometimes things are broke. Sometimes things just don't serve you no more. These ideas, these thoughts, these clothes, these ways of being, these possessions are not suiting me. I'm trying to move on to something different, something better, evolve, move into a different mind space, a different position, different place. So I spent a lot of time this week decluttering, electronic decluttering, physical decluttering, changed my mindset, evaluating my mind, my mental, my thoughts, just looking deep, took a deep dive into my life. This is how we move into 23, so I did that, yes. Also, I got to watch some films, TV shows, some movies. And one of the movies I watched this week was very interesting Very cool. Had me thinking, had me expanding my mind. You know how I love to watch films that expand minds? Well, this week, ladies and gentlemen, I saw a very expansive movie. It was a time travel movie. It was science fiction, it was time travel, and it was one I haven't seen. But wait, there's more. One additional thing. This movie was in Portuguese. And the movie I'm talking about is Loop. Loop is a Brazilian science fiction time travel movie, right? I was looking for something new and interesting to watch that I haven't seen with a different spin on something. This was it. It was Brazilian, it was science fiction, and it was time travel. I was like, I gotta look at this. Let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. I was not disappointed. This was a phenomenal take on the time travel genre. Now, if you're like me and you've seen a lot of time travel movies, because I'll tell you what, I've seen tons of them over my 46 years of being on planet Earth. I have seen tons and tons and tons of time travel TV shows and movies. Time travel is like one of my favorite things about science fiction. It's one of my favorite themes, one of my favorite subjects, one of my favorite anything. I love time travel so much. I can sit and think about all the possibilities of time travel like forever. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this movie made me think in an interesting way. After I watched the movie, I was pondering things like, wow, bro, this expanded my mind just a little bit more. So real quick, I'll give you a quick summary of the movie. Spoilers. So in the movie, there's this guy, and he falls in love with this girl. And unfortunately, the girl passes away. And then he tries to remedy that through time traveling. That's basically the plot. That's what happens. But it's a very interesting perspective on time travel. So what I want to do is I'm going to go a little deep on something I saw in the film. This will probably spoil it, so if you don't want to be spoiled, stop now. Go watch the movie. I highly recommend that. I saw it over on Tubi. But if you want to watch it, go there now. If not, here we go. So let me ask you guys a question. If you're dating someone, a man or a woman you're dating, and they leave you for another man or woman, you're probably like mad, right? I'm mad, I'm angry. You're leaving me for another man or woman. Oh, I'm so frustrated. I'm so emotionally hurt. I'm mad. I'm sad. I'm emotional. Bro, you're leaving me. Why are you leaving me for this other person? Like, what's going on? Right? Okay, yeah, you might feel that way. I've been there before. Many women have left me for other men. Lots of times. They had more money. They were more handsome. They were stronger. They were powerful. Whatever. For whatever reason they left, I don't even know. They were cooler than me. They had better shoes. They had more gold. They had more money. I don't even know. They just left, okay? They left. Okay, and it's fine. But let me tell you something else. Let me say something very interesting. What if your man or woman didn't leave you for another man or another woman, not because they had more money and more this, they left you for you. Right? It's craziness. So if your significant other left you for you, anybody thinking like, what are you talking about? Captain, you're crazy. What are you talking about? I'm saying in this movie, the woman that this guy was dating left him for his older self, right? So basically, she was about to break up with him to be with an older version of him. It was absolute madness. I thought, what if I was dating someone and they left me to be with the older version of myself? Now, my 20-year-old self, as cool as he was, he's a very cool guy. My 20-year-old self is very cool. But I'm just a little bit better than my 20-year-old self. Let's be real about it. And to be completely honest, I'm a lot different than my 20-year-old self. I'm a lot cooler. So I could totally understand if the woman dating my 20-year-old self would leave me to come join future me. I totally get it. Totally makes total sense. I totally understand why a woman dating my 20-year-old self would come date me. I get it. Because I'm way better than my 20-year-old self. No disrespect, 20-year-old self. I love you. You're great. You got me here. I appreciate you a lot, man. But let's be real. I'm just better. Maybe I'm not. My 20-year-old self probably think differently. But, this is what happens in the movie. And it was just blowing my mind, like thinking that, because I've never seen that in a movie or TV show ever. I've never seen that portrayed. Not that I can remember. Maybe it has been. I just don't recall it. But it was very crazy. And it had me thinking about myself for 10, 15, 20 minutes. Like, bro, what if the 46-year-old version of the captain is dating a woman and I like her a lot. She's so awesome. And then she decides to leave me for the future me. Like 60-year-old me. Like, she left 46-year-old me for 66-year-old me. Like, bro, I stole my own woman. It's absolute madness. It's madness. And also, just the way the time travel was done in the show, like how they did it was unique. Like, I watched a lot of TV shows, I watched a lot of movies, and just the uniqueness of this film with its take on time travel was so fresh and new. There was also actors I didn't know. It was just so fresh and new. And watching all these TV shows and movies, like, sometimes it feels stale. It feels like they're doing the same thing over and over again. And this just felt new and fresh. This movie came out, I think, in 2021. Like I told you a couple episodes back. Try to expand your mind. Watch some things from overseas. Watch some things in other languages. But let me tell you this movie is on par with movies made in the States, right? I've watched movies for 46 years, majority of them from the US of A. America. I love America. We make great films. We have great soft power. We make films, TV. We got all that. But this Brazilian movie, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I highly recommend, if you're into science fiction, if you're into time travel, if you're into all that, go watch this film. I promise you, it is going to be so fun, so dope. You'll love it. Currently, it's available over at Tubi for free. If you hear this in the future, it may not be there. But as of right now, January 13th, 2023, it's there. So if you hear me in the future, may not be. Future me, if you're there, don't come back here and take my girlfriend now. I'm serious. I'll be very angry. So I know future me is going to hear this in the future. At some point in time, future me, hey, don't take my girlfriend now. I worked very hard for my girlfriend. Please don't take her. So future you stay there and you do what you're doing. Do not come back and visit me and take my girlfriend. I'll be very furious. So anyways, if you love time travel, if you want to see a man from the future take his present self girlfriend, go check it out. Very dope. You will not be disappointed. Highly recommend it. So that completes the podcast. And until next time, we'll see. Don't you ever try to tell me that something is impossible. Will Smith. Until next time, it's Captain Peace.
The Captain Talks Flicks.